from Linex Yamaha, we've got the very latest WR250F, looking all fancy schmancy, and I see they have fitted a lacquer brake protector on the back by PSP. Paul's down at the coast, he always does a great job. And for comparative purposes, we've roped in Craig. We brought you in from the far south.
Yes.
Craig has a previous model of the same bike, also WR, and this is the fuel injected one. Your actual bike is the carbureted one. This is your son Brad's.
I think I've got the 2014 version, which is carburetor.
Yeah.
This is, I think, as far as I understand, this is the first edition of the fuel injection.
Yeah.
Chalk and cheese. Much more power.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how this new one
goes. That's exactly why we've roped you in. And then just for comparative purposes, I've roped in Tristan on our 2019 FX, which is also fuel injected. And we're going to put you boys through the paces. We're going to see what you think. We're going to now Kyle, of course, also very experienced. You're on a different brand, 250. So I want your opinion on this bike when we're done as well.
All right.
Boys, should we go riding? Jump on, start. Let's go.
Let's go.
Right, up the rocks. And off we go. We got all three bikes, made a loop. We're going to see what the guys say after riding some rocks. Just a nice little rocky copy, gives us a good feel for what the bikes do, what they can do, and it's good to use as a yardstick. What the guys will do, they'll swap out in a few minutes. Right, Tristan on his FX. Right, that's the old WR coming through. Let's wait for the new one. Guys are on their way down again, making mincemeat of it. Craig doesn't quite know what we're after here. I wanted to get through the rocks there, but you can see the whole bike. It just seems easy to read. I mean, excuse me, to ride. The suspension looks nice and soft, easy power delivery, and that's kind of what you want. Right, let's stop the boys, have a quick little chat. Right, guys are coming in for a little chat. So Carl, you had the first few laps on the WR, and to me it looked like you really made mincemeat of this mountain.
Yeah, very, very nice on the rocks. You've got the two different modes there, which help a lot.
Tell us about the modes. So you pushed the button, you weren't sure what was what, but the one, tell me exactly what you said.
When we were riding on like the roads and the jumps and that, I couldn't feel much difference. But coming up here where there's a lot of loose little rocks,
yeah.
When I turned it on, it felt like some sort of traction control.
Right.
So it didn't spin basically at all.
Yeah.
And then I turned it off and spun a bit more. So I think it has to do with the power delivery. And
that's
all that
brilliant.
stuff.
Well, it's got three rider modes. It's soft, medium, and fast. So that's what it is.
Something
they put
like
it to
that.
soft mode, and that makes life easy on the rocks. Grego, your opinion, please. You've done what? 2-3 laps on our little rocky hill. What do you think of our rocky hill? No, what do you think?
No, it's always exciting.
I know, rocks
I
are
would rather
lekker.
do this little excitement and go 150 k's an hour down the straight road.
100%, yeah. Tell us a little bit about the bike opinion, especially
Bike is
compared to
smooth,
yours. Yeah,
Smooth.
yeah.
Suspension's good.
Easy to ride.
Very easy to ride.
Yeah,
One hiccup.
yeah.
I'm not going to say good or bad, but it's definitely, in my eyes, one hiccup. You have to have it in neutral to start.
Oh, that's a pain.
So if you
stall on the rocks, you got to find neutral.
My biggest worry with that is if you're in the water, deep water, and you stall,
Yeah.
you don't get any of these bikes into neutral very quickly, very easily. What's going to happen to the bike if you're stalled in the water?
That's going to be a problem. Okay, good
And
point.
on the rocks, you get stuck, and it's a bit of an issue. Depending on the incline, it's a bit of an issue.
I hear you.
And I mean, let's say you're in a race, and now you stop the bike, or you get stuck on a hill.
Yeah,
Now you got to try and sit and find neutral. The next three oaks overtake you.
true story. Okay, so Tristan, you haven't ridden the new WR around here yet?
No, but I'm gonna.
All right, you're going to take it now. Good. Go and ride. Enjoy. I like your matching gear, Tristan. Very cool. All right, T, come on. Off you go. Go and ride. We're going to get some pictures of you on the rocks. So this is kind of bronzy hard enduro, and the bike seems to be handling it quite nicely. No massive steps, just lekker. Right, what Tristan's doing now, he's playing with the mapping switch just to see how it climbs, see what Carl said about it. Easy run up the hill. Right, Tristan's playing with the mapping switch, and he's chosen quite a serious little section through there. Let's see how he does. Ah, Tristan, gee. I don't know whether it's the bike or if it's you, but you made that look kind of easy, eh?
No, 100%. It's a great bike. It's got quite like a tractor power.
Yeah.
So it kind of just goes.
Okay, have you tried the mapping switches? What did you find there?
Huge difference. When this mapping switch is off,
Yeah.
I found the bike slid a lot more.
Okay, so yeah, it's not getting
It's got-
power to the ground,
It's got
yeah?
something to do with like traction control.
Yeah.
Something to do with that. I'm not 100%
Right,
sure.
we better go and read up on the bike when
Yeah.
we get back in. That's important.
But it makes a huge difference.
Another thing I've noticed, you've got a fan on this
Yeah,
bike.
it comes with a fan. My FX didn't come with a
Yeah,
fan.
I think that's aftermarket. I can see here. So the guys from Linex have
Yeah,
fitted
Linex.
radiator braces. These guys do a fantastic job, and it's got the fan on it as well. Overall, give us your final. You've done lots of rock hopping.
Yeah.
Just your final suspension.
Great in the rocks.
Really like it, eh?
Very good.
Okay, power delivery.
But a little bit lacking.
Okay, so it needs a bit more wood. Do you think it could be because the bike's not running properly?
No.
Not at all,
I
eh?
think it's not really designed to go and pop wheelies and do crazy rocks and stuff.
All right, it's a more rideable bike for everybody, would you
More
say?
of a rideable bike for everyone.
Where the FX is for a more serious fast rider.
Yeah, you can definitely go and do rocks and mountains on this bike.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be my first choice.
Okay, brilliant stuff. And overall, as a trail bike for someone who's getting into motorcycling, wants to come and do adventure company trails, not necessarily tracks and trail funduros.
Yeah.
What's your opinion?
100%. This would be a great bike.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
Lovely.
Enjoy.
1 second.
Have to find neutral.
There we go.
Right, boys are coming in. That's the new WR. There's Carl on the FX. Hey, I want danger pay, yeah? And Tristan on the other. Okay, boys, switch off. Okay, so what's better than riding your motorbikes? Very little, eh? Craig, I'm going to talk to you because you've got the most experience on the WRs. Compare your bike, and understandably, yours is the fuel injector model, and it's obviously got a lot of mileage on it because you do a lot of riding.
Yes.
Okay. Off the top of your head, just talk in normal person speak. You don't have to be a fancy schmancy motorbike journalist. Tell us a little bit about the difference between your model and the current model WR250.
I think you can definitely feel when a bike's ridden in properly. I think there's a big difference with the aftermarket exhaust. That initial blip, that initial power.
Yeah.
Over and above that, it's a fantastic bike to ride. I've got one little minor issue. The airbox noise.
Okay, you hear lots of induction noise.
Hear a lot of noise.
And you get that on your FX, and you get, you can hear it. It's not as loud on the current one. The FX is exactly the same. You hear lots of induction noise, but it's something you get used to. It's lekker.
Well,
You just old school.
something new. You would, once it's new, it's different. When you get used to it, it's the norm.
Absolutely. Craig, I'm going to ask you, so talk me through what does the power feel like? Bearing in mind this bike has just had a heat cycle. It's not completely run in. I'm going to tell you that now. We picked it up from Yamaha. They said, boys, it's a brand new bike. We've done a heat cycle. That's it, which is possibly also a mistake because components need to be running correctly. Is that fair enough?
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
You can probably feel that it's not smooth and doesn't open fast and smoothly.
Okay.
But power-wise, it's all there. The handling, it's all there. I may be the wrong person to talk to because I'm a bit biased towards Yamaha.
Well, you're riding a Yamaha, so you're off a WR you're off the old Yamaha onto the new
We've
WR.
off the old one, the initial one the older one with the carburetor.
Yeah,
You can't compare these bikes at all with that bike.
yeah,
Completely different, completely better.
yeah.
Much better. I came from a 700 Raptor, which I thought 700 Raptor down to a 250, 700, 250. What am I doing? There is oodles enough power. for the average rider.
Well, and you can't compare a quad to a motorbike.
And you can't
it's two
compare a
totally
quad to a
different things,
motorbike.
and that's what it is.
And there is
so, Craig,
more than enough power.
down to the crunch. This specific motorcycle handling. Tell us how you feel doing. This is a nice twisty track with lots of little yumps and bumps, lots of little rocky sections. How do you feel?
For me, it handles fantastic. Would I buy one? Most definitely.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Okay. Power-wise, compared to your model, yours has obviously got a pipe on.
That's very difficult to say. Maybe a bit more. But now you're comparing older, newer exhaust pipe.
But that's what it's all about. So in a nutshell, the new bike, in your opinion, handles better,
Handles better.
and it's got more snap, even though it doesn't have an aftermarket pipe on it.
Definitely.
Is that
Definitely.
kind? And that's kind of what you're looking for.
That's what you're looking for.
Perfect.
I'm not after top speed. I'm after bush to bush.
100%. That's what you're after.
Yeah.
Carl, give us your chat. Look, you ride an Austrian brand. How did it feel to get onto the new WR?
Well, from my bike, it's very different.
Yeah.
Like I don't ride Yamahas that often, but it's a lot more. How do I say? The power comes faster
Yeah.
on these Yamahas
Yeah.
right now.
A little bit
And,
more snappy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More motocrossy, if I can say that. It's more like going fast is nice. And
Okay.
it's wonderful on it.
Absolute. So if you're a fast, let's call it a millifield racer, that's the bike to own.
Yes.
Absolute. Brilliant.
Absolutely.
Carl, Tristan, I'm going to ask your opinion now. You're sitting on the old model WR,
Yeah.
and you ride the FX. So the FX is Yamaha's quick version of the 250, all right? And we know how much you love your FX. You never shut up about the bloody thing. How does it compare to A, the old WR, and then B, the new WR?
Look, it's definitely got a lot more, as you say, it's a faster bike, so it's got a lot more power.
Yeah.
If I was going to go and do an enduro race,
Yeah.
I would take the FX.
Yeah.
If I was going to go and do really fields, just out on a draw, lekker, not going to go and do any crazy rocks, I'd take the WR.
Yeah. Why?
Because it's a better bike for riding in the, it's a little bit, I want to say it's faster in a long straight.
Yes.
My bike.
Yeah.
The suspension is definitely, on the new one,
Yes.
the suspension is definitely a lot
Softer.
like when you're going fast, you don't really feel the bumps as much.
Oh, good. Okay.
Whereas on that, you feel the bumps a little bit more.
Okay.
So, yeah, I want to say it's almost unfair to compare them.
Yeah.
Because they're so different.
Okay, but overall opinion on the new WR, what do you think? Have they done a good job?
Fantastic job.
All right.